It is now Sunday morning, and it's time to get this thing fired up, get the coolant blades and all the rest of it. Just painted the intercooler, as I've just shown you. I don't claim to be Welder 101, but in all honesty, I'm quite happy with them. They actually look better than the ones that are on the intercooler anyway. And it's nice and clean inside with good penetration. So yeah, really happy with that. I'm going to get the intercooler fitted. That is after I've had a cup of tea, obviously. You know, I'm not playing games now. Priorities and all that. Right, go on Nick, show us what you got. Get some gloves on first. It's actually matte black this, but it's come out a bit of a satin black, which I don't really mind because this is all gloss black anyway. Showing up all the fingerprints already. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this finally done. I'm just going to move the boost pipes out of the way, just so that there's plenty of space to get the intercooler up. And then I'm going to get it connected and I'm going to get it started. Obviously by now this thing's been on and off a few times, so I'm pretty good at it.
Like a glove.
Maxie's just going to put a little bit of thread lock on them as well, just so they don't come loose. Right. Beautiful. Look at the fit and finish on that bad boy. Scoots around there, perfect, and then connects up to the RS3 charge pipe there. Absolutely cracking. And exactly the same on this end, just comes straight onto the OEM RS3 pipe. Yeah, mega happy with that. Mega happy. I'm not going to lie, the front end of this car has without a doubt been a labour of love. It's been the most work and it's been the most sort of challenging. Obviously the radar goes there, that fits perfect. I'm not going to worry about that for now. I'm going to make sure that engine gets up and running and I bleed the coolant. So that's the next step. So we're going to hear 5-pot noises very, very soon, my friends, very soon. Actually, I will fit the radar now. Remember, all of this work is just set to keep this radar in its exact location. And by Jove, he's done it. I decided to put the aircon gas in. Oh yes, that's going in now. So just to make sure the system was sealed up, ready to go, and that means all fluids, everything will be in. One thing I didn't mention is that Carl has already serviced this. I didn't catch it on camera because, well, I was busy and it was on the ramp and it was the perfect time to do it. So Carl's already dropped the oil on the engine and the gearbox. He's then done the service on the gearbox and the engine, changed the plugs. So now the engine and gearbox are like fully serviced. One thing I've got to do is just drain off the excess oil on the DSG once I get it to temperature, which I plan to do today. And then that'll be the front end all bled up and everything, aircon working, you name it. All right, I know you're finished. So I'm looking forward to testing all that today, which will be pretty cool. And then it's just build it up, put the bumper on and what have you. But yeah, it is serviced. I didn't catch that on camera because I'm an absolute doofus. But you know, these things happen. I'm a busy boy, and this has progressed rather fast. So let's get on with it. Okie dokie. No, don't print because I believe you. It's time for the main event. I'm going to get this fired up, and the whole purpose is just to get it fully to temperature. I'd love to hear the fans go on, thermostat open, coolant all the way down, pressurized. I've got VCDS so I can monitor coolant temperature, projected coolant temperature, temperature outlet of the radiator, the fans, the coolant pump, you name it. I'm going to watch it. Hopefully get this up to temperature nice and controlled, because that's how I like it. And I've temporarily got the battery over here just on a set of jumper cables because I haven't finalised the battery in the boot yet. which I will do obviously. But yeah, let's get this puppy burn. Right, I've just turned the fans off for now. I've just unplugged them because I've obviously messed up. I'm just going to leave them disconnected for a little bit. I'll monitor the temperature and then I'll turn the fans on. I should have thought about that in all honesty. Cooling fan is being requested by the AC there at 100%. I've quickly just plugged the heater panel in, turned the AC off and then turned the internal fan on to get the temperature coming through the heater matrix. Oh yes, it's coming through warm. Lovely. And after that you can see that the AC requested fan is down to 0 and the fan's down to 10, so that will only activate now when it needs to for coolant. I can hear the auxiliary pump going, which is awesome. Yeah, and the pipes around the two side coolers are getting warm as well. That's been bleeding for a bit now, so I've just put the cap on, give it a chance to build up some pressure and then get that through the system. But it's looking pretty good. DSG temperature is still only 28 degrees as well, so there's a little bit to go there before I open the taps and drop the excess off that. The coolant level is still going down, and partly that is because I've just cracked open this pipe here to this side heat exchanger, and the reason I did that was just purely because that one wasn't getting very warm, so I just cracked that pipe off and then whoosh, coolant pushed through, and then I've douche put the pipe back on, and now that heat exchanger is flowing coolant, and obviously the levels went down. Done the same on this side, and for all that pipe is hot with coolant, it's still not getting through there very well. Yes, 90. Nice. Look at that. I didn't get it on camera, but I've just done exactly the same for this one, and boom, that heat exchanger is nice and warm. So I just literally cracked that pipe off. Because the flow is coming through the other pipe, it works its way, gets all the air out the heat exchanger, and then just whoosh came out. So that heat exchanger now is nice and toasty. Coolant's getting all the way around. Nice one. At the same time as doing all that, I'm looking at lambda. I'm looking to see what the injection time is. I've got the misfire totalizer on there as well, so I'm seeing if there's any misfires, which is not. And I'm just keeping an eye on the temperature, because if this thing airlocks, there might be a chance that it actually overheats or it sort of spills over. If I start seeing the temperature crawl up a little bit, then I might even just turn the AC on and get the fans going, give it a bit of a help. Or worst case, I might just stop. Because if this thing has got air, it might just take a little bit of time, might take a few goes to get it out. It's got quite an involved coolant system. So yeah, I mean, you just got to suck it and see what happens. I'm quite happy to just do this manual bleeding procedure though. It tends to work on most cars that don't have faults. It doesn't look like this has got a fault so far. I'm like a kid at Christmas, literally. Like, wow! Temperature is definitely getting through to the car as well, so the coolant circulating the heater matrix, because it's toasty in there now. Sounds freaking awesome, doesn't it? The coolant level is starting to drop now. So I did have this right under that seam there, starting to drop, which probably means that the thermostat's opening now, so the coolant's getting pushed further around the system. I'll get a grab of this bottom radiator hose. Yes, it is. What a belter. Temperature's nice and stable at 90 degrees as well, so got no real problems of it overheating. I have got my heat gun with us as well, so I have been checking stuff just to make sure that temperature is getting round and there's no hot spots, which might happen if you know, if there is an airlock. I keep on going on about airlocks, but I've got this thing about airlocks because you just don't want them. They're a pain in the arse, and they can cause damage as well if you allow them to stick around. It's just epic. It's just epic. 80 degrees on the top hose. Even more volume has been taken up as well. That's pretty cool. Obviously that will go down as the pressure goes up anyway. Yes! DSG is up the temperature, and I've just cycled through the gears. They all go great. So now I'm going to drain off the DSG oil, and that'll be another job ticked off the list. And now the coolant's dropped right down, and the bottom radiator hose is lovely and warm. So there's plenty of coolant in there, and it's all the way around the radiator because the thermostat's open now. So it's sitting looking lush. Yes! That's it, that's the fans going. Chuffed for that. So from a combination of undeniable skill, good looks, and science, I'm just getting that fully bled up, and it just bled up no problem at all. That's the fan just kicked in for the first time. It's all sitting mint. Obviously the coolant levels just went down slightly, but that just needs topped up. Oh, I'm absolutely friggin' buzzing with that. It sounds epic as well. No one rattles, clunks, bangs, nothing. It just sounds absolutely brilliant. And I'm going to call it a day with that one. So the engine's running. I'm going to turn it off now that I know that it's all bled up. And then it maintains its own temperature, which is really important. I'm going to test the aircon quickly, and then that'll do for the day. But this is like a Sunday, so without a doubt, I mean, what one now? Oh, it's 1:30. Sunday dinner and a few beers for me now to celebrate this bad boy. Woohoo. So it's went from nice and toasty now to ice cold. Get in. Aircon's working absolutely brilliant. Still have to put inside together. One thing that I'm a little bit on the fence with is that I'm not really going to brand this car as in like RSR or nothing like that. In all honesty, I'd rather people didn't know, unless you heard it. But one thing I have been thinking about is using the RS gear knob. Don't even know if it's possible yet, but I mean that is the RS selector. So like having just a Golf R, but maybe just have that one little nod because it's in good condition. Let us know what you think. Whether you think I should, like, you see loads of people, to be fair, put badges on the back of the car, and I'm not into that, to be honest. I'm really not. But yeah, I think I would take that, like, I think that's quite cool. Anyway, where was that? Beer time, wasn't it?